This is a poem from a private place to a private place. Poems mean differently when heard intimately. This is the spot where Howard W. Robertson wrote this poem titled Night on the Balcony of the Chalet. Almost all of reality is not human, is what strikes me again and mightily as Hope and I step outside onto the wide wrap-around deck out amid these 40 acres at the end of the 3-mile-long dirt road, far enough from all street lights and other houses, so that with the lights of the chalet turned off, the stars in the unclouded and moonless night at this lofty altitude teem, attracting our gaze heavenward toward the moment of the quasars before most of these elements were forged, toward the singularities at the end of time where matter's density and gravity's strength become infinite, toward the celestial manifestation of the cosmological constant of 10 to the minus 40th power, which is the parameter allowing the universe to be so extremely large and so incredibly old, toward the hot plasma bubble 300 light years across, inside which we are situated now, out toward the 10 to the 11th power observable galaxies, each one containing 10 to the 11th power stars, and each being 10 to the 5th power light years in diameter and also in distance from its nearest neighbor. Toward the astounding interstellar medium consisting of widely varying temperatures and densities from a few degrees above absolute zero and 1,000,000 atoms per cubic centimeter in the material clumps and raw filaments of the giant molecular clouds, to several million degrees and a single atom per 1,000 cubic centimeters in the plasma phases. Toward the 41 explored orders of magnitude from 500 million light years huge to 1/100th of a proton tiny, over every bit of which we find structure. And above all, toward the endless streaming of universal energy throughout cosmic cycles of creation and destruction on all scales from biosphere through galaxy to pluriverse, in these nested hierarchies of self-organized systems whose persistent thermodynamic non-equilibrium naturally eradicates our ontological alienation and refutes the bleak metaphors of the clock universe, the universal heat death, and the eternal return. For life appears to be the intrinsic and intimate expression of absolutely all there is, so that dear Hope regards the spectacle over us tonight and quotes, "He thought he saw an elephant that practiced on a fife. He looked again and found it was a letter from his wife." To which I reply, "Here we observe the ineffabilities of our existence." Poof.